thing about the broad jump is it's not just a vertical jump, but now you're also jumping for distance.
That's the biggest thing in the broad jump, I would say, is the angle. You know, getting a good point, about 45-degree angle. You know, you want to kind of look up at the ceiling. We'll have a band around us and then a bungee with a partner.
What we do, we taught here to, look at something further in front of you. Don't look straight at the spot. Look out, up and out, so you can fire up and out, because where your eyes go is where your body goes.
A lot of times people don't jump with their arms, just their leg. So your arms will really definitely help you get further in that broad jump.
The standing long jump is actually a dance step. It's your ability to move your arms as fast as you can down to the ground and explode up and out. So what we do here at the Fisher Institute, we actually attach bands on a 45-degree angle down to the ground. The resistance is gonna help train the athlete to explode up and out. He's gonna move his arms as fast as he can down. The faster the arms, the more explosion you create in your body. The other important point that you need to realize is why there's a hurdle here. At the end of the jump, you want to see the knees being brought up to a horizontal. The reason why that's important, if I'm right here and I bring my knees up slightly, my foot stops here. If I bring my knees all the way up and extend out, I can increase my long jump by 6 inches. So the keys, 45-degree up and out. Fast arms, knees up. Here we go. Excellent. If you do these 3 things, you will increase your standing long jump, guaranteed.
Vertical jump, it's just all explosion. You got to be able to just really drive your feet through the ground and push up and hit as many of those little ticker things as you possibly can.
The vertical jump has a lot to do with technique and strength too in the lower body. So a lot of times we'll squat and do leg presses and everything in here just to work on that explosion.
We work on, a fast motion down, exploding up.
The quicker and faster that you can get down and bend at the knees and explode downward, that's how fast you're gonna come up and that's how high you're gonna jump.
The vertical jump at the NFL Combine is a test of leg power. And one of the easiest ways to develop leg power is the old box jumps. Now with the box jump, what we do is we actually have a few boxes lined up. And the key is, and this whole thing is the speed of the arms. You wanted the arms to fly down to create forces on the backside of his legs. Quick arms, knees up. Quick arms down, knees up. Hit and go. Too slow way down. Hit it on the way down. Hit it on the way you go. Don't stiff knee it, go. You got it, you got it. Exploding down, up onto the box, okay? As the key is now, as he's gonna use the next box, is we're using the energy of him going down into the ground, creating a stretch reflex into the leg muscles to create the bounce up. So we're gonna go back down again, quick arms, explode up, bring the knees up. It's a very, very simple exercise to do, but very, very effective in increasing leg power to increase your vertical jump.
In the 3-cone, it's about steps.
That's a real technical drill where you have to get your steps down correctly.
A lot of people think that it has to do with quickness, which is a little bit of it, but it has a lot to do with technique and just knowing the footwork to come off the line.
Change of direction is key, especially at the top cone, your last cone coming around and finishing through.
In the last turn at the top of the L drill, you really have to be able to whip your head around, keep your feet moving, and then regenerate that power and speed again to finish through strong.
In preparing for our 3-cone drill, the L drill, one of the key elements in this L drill is making sure that guys can get into a position where they're dropping their inside hip and then making sure as they're coming around that last cone that they can not only decelerate but be able to head whip and re-accelerate their way out of it. A lot of times when people look at the L drill, they see the L and they begin to run it in a squared fashion, as opposed to making it a drill to where you can continually be accelerating all the way through. We want to make sure that an athlete can drop his hips, turn and whip his head all the way around back into the direction that he's getting ready to go. So as they're doing this drill, we want to see these guys serpentine, but we don't want them too close to this cone. We don't want them here, all right? we want to make sure that these guys are kind of getting away from the cone, all right, coming all the way through, head whip, and finish all the way through. So Donovan, all right, is going to give us an example of kind of what we desire. He'll get down three-point stance, head will be up, ready and go. He'll serpentine around, head whip, and then go right on through, nice and smooth. This is the drill that we use for dropping the inside hip and head whipping in the L drill.
The shuttle run, it's a lot like the three cone. You're just really working on the form, trying to get your hips around on each turn and really just exploding and changing direction quickly.
The shuttle and the L drill are a lot alike. It has to do with the footwork, and instead of quick steps, try to elongate your stride so you can cover more ground.
Shuttle run is definitely transition as well.
You know, it's all about pushing off of the outside weight of the outside foot and the inside of the inside foot. So if you're going to the right, pushing off the inside of the left foot and the outside of the right foot.
You know, it's 3 crossover, get to 5. You want about 5 steps getting back to 10, and then 3 finishing through.
First drill that we're going to explain here today is the pro agility. When we're getting athletes ready for the NFL Combine and we're doing the pro agility, one of the things that we're talking with these guys is the ability to change direction. That's what the NFL wants to see. So we developed a technique here with Fisher Institute with the NFL Combine training to allow these guys just efficient steps to be able to go through and be able to have their feet on 2 different paths, lower their center of mass, and then be able to re-accelerate every time. So what we're going to do here with Donovan is get into the stance. When we get into the stance, the first thing we always talk about is where the feet are placed. We want to make sure if he's going over here to his right, he's going to have his right hand down, and he's going to have his right foot back. We want to make sure with the instep that he's outside of his shoulders. Now we've got a good base. Now we're in a position, when we get ready to take off, we're nice and low, and we're getting ready to fire out. We want to make sure in his first step that he crosses over. All right, so you can go ahead and cross over in that first step. We're crossing over 1. His second step, he's going to come out. He's still staying low. Second step. All right, now he's come out his second step. It matches his first step, so we're okay. That third step, he begins to turn. Now, when he begins to turn, we've got to try to get this foot, all right, to where we're parallel now with this line. On the third one, we're going to finish the pivot. All right, go ahead and pivot off of that foot. We'll pivot off of this foot, all right? We'll make sure that this right hand is touching here at this line. Now, the thing that's the key here, all right, and the things that you could be practicing at home is making sure, all right, that we've got this right foot in front of the left. So when a guy gets ready to come back here in his pro agility, we want to make sure right foot is in front of the left and they're flipping their hips. They flip their hips and come on down. So you're going to go through, you're going to jog the whole thing. Pay attention to his feet, how low he is to the ground, and when he starts preparing to turn. On you. Good. Then begin to turn. Excellent. Good. And that is the pro agility drill.
The bench press test at the Combine is not just a test of overall bench press strength, but overall bench press endurance.
Endurance means mostly almost everything for the drill because, you know, everybody got a lot of power, but it's all how you sustain that power and how you control it.
Just the right positioning on the bench makes a whole lot of difference as well.
A lot of people think that it's just all strength, but when you come in here and they work on that, the first thing they work on is your technique and then your endurance, and your strength kind of takes care of itself in that process.
The 225 bench press is actually a power endurance test. One of the keys to this test is actually just the setup itself. We're gonna bring him in here to get a proper setup. He's gonna come in here, tuck his legs to secure the legs so his hips do not come off. So many times in the NFL Combine, guys get knocked off because their butt comes off the bench. He is now engaged and pulled down his shoulder blades to give me the strength that I need on that bench press. The second thing is we notice a little bit different than most benching is we have them kind of go out with a little ring on the bar. That width there gives them a little wider position. It takes a little bit of the triceps out and it creates more of a chest. Most times guys fatigue out because of their triceps and not their chest. You get into the bench, the proper position, slide in, pull your blades back, get wide on the bar, really pull down. Feel like you're pulling that bar down as you're kind of bending that bar down. Bring it off the rack, and when you push down, it's a fast bench all the way down and push away. It's not a push up, it's push down and away. And you'll see the best benches at the NFL Combine bench this way.